So this was the plan. The boat was lying in Talaga Harbour on Pulau Langkawi on the northwestern coast of Malaysia. From Talaga Harbour, the idea was to provision, get all the systems checked out, and then move her all the way south to a tiny little island on the southern peninsula of Malaysia, and that island is Singapore. It would be a 5-day trip down to Singapore. Now I'm drawing this line as the crow flies, but of course there would be some bends along the coast as we follow along the coast. And as you can see, Singapore is one of the craziest shipping lanes in the world. Just navigating these waters can be a little bit of a nightmare. Instead of making it all the way down to Singapore, over the next 4 days, we managed to travel a total distance of about 100 nautical miles and ended up in Pulau Penang, which is about 62 nautical miles from our starting position. This is how that happened. Our pre-departure checklist revealed that the raw water pump was leaking around the bearings. Fortunately, I had a spare on board.
This is a part that I can't open, so we can only change it.
That problem with the water pump cost us 1 day, but we still had plenty of time to make a 5-day window down to Singapore. So we continued with our preparations and then set off, heading south towards Singapore. Our delivery skipper was going to take the first watch of the night. She always liked to joke that whenever she goes on watch, it rains on her. That night, Mother Nature delivered 25 to 35 knots of thunder and lightning and rained on her. Our rather hardcore off-watch crew actually managed to sleep through the 3-hour lightning storm. About 10 nautical miles off the coast of Penang, our engine started giving problems. It refused to rev over 1500, and then the rev started to steadily drop lower. We headed for Penang and anchored just off the western part of the island. For some reason, the engine had been burning quite a lot of fuel, and also the oil level seems to have dropped quite a lot. So I decided to take the dinghy into shore to go and find some extra fuel and also to buy some additional oil for the engine. I got rained on. After fixing the problems with our fuel system, we got a good night's rest and then headed south early the next morning and promptly ran into problems with a leaky water pipe. We managed to rig up a really high-tech solution using cable ties to fix our leaky water pipe. Then I decided that it would be best if we just headed into Penang, get into the Straits Ski Marina, and then find an engineering firm who could machine for us a part that we needed in order to fix the pipe. On the way to Straits Ski Marina, the weather cleared up nicely. We had a good 15 knots of wind, and I decided it was time to hoist some canvas and get some sailing done before the trip is over. Our fun was interrupted when a surfer, who had expected 7 to 8 knots of wind, got overpowered in the 15 to 20 knot gusts. We implemented our man overboard procedure, got the windsurfer back on board, and then headed straight for the Straits Ski Marina.